Hello everyone, let's go back to our some fundamentals, and this time again would be thigh, calf and foot, as you would expect. So you have the thigh, calf, shin, foot, bit lower there, and toes here, and the other calf, or the other leg, sorry. And then you've got the thigh here, straighten up here, muscle, kneecap, bit softer, shin, well, a bit wider here, shin, and I'd work with just bring the muscles on. You got the form of the thigh. It's like a kind of a V shape here, and then you have the muscle itself. Then you have the bone structure, which is down here. Then you have the highlight here. Then the foot itself. There you got the toes, heel, and I work a little bit with shadow here. Get that shadow going. Get that kneecap going here. Then you have a little bit of a shadow of the thigh. Here you have the thigh itself. And as I said, the other calf or the other foot. And it's the foot, the left foot, right foot here, left foot, right foot. That's the left foot. Then you have that shadow here of the other thigh. Let's go back and forth with this big thigh here. So keep it onto muscle area. Then that muscle is it's a very well built leg and thigh. So you got a well built muscle here, working in the gym here most likely. And then you have that other thigh here. So this is beautiful muscles here coming. And that makes the foot and the leg, the leg, shin, quite strong here, and with a beautiful gesture here. And then you have that dark shadow here of the foot itself, and toes, they're a little bit going upwards in the sense that the weight of the body is being kept by that foot, which is his left foot. The right foot is balancing the body. I'm not sure if I'm explaining myself here, is that this foot is balancing the body, but this leg is keeping the body weight. And then you got the calf here, a dark shadow there for the left leg, and then you have toes, toes. I mean, they're not as visible as what I've actually done here, but I think it helps a little bit more if you work on the toes and make them a little bit more visible. That's the shadow. Soft line, soft shadow. I don't want to get confused with the shadows of the foot. So a soft shadow. That's the knee, the ankle bone. Then you have the foot itself, which is quite larger, bigger. Toes. Sorry, that's too much. A lot of detail I've done there. I didn't need it because I'm trying to keep it at the sketch level. Okay, now that line was a bit strong here, so I'm trying to softly merge this line. Get that muscle. There's a muscle here, which I'm going. Well, you have the foot itself. Then you have tendons here, tendon. This one, it's a bit dark. And then you have that calf is quite bulgy, and then it's bulging out. Then you have a little bit of a muscle mass here, muscle mass, softer, because I want these shadows, the right leg shadows to be darker than the left leg shadows. I want the left leg shadows to be complementary. They're there, although they're keeping the body weight, but my focus, I mean, you choose where the focus needs to be, but I'm thinking my focus has to be this leg. So I'm purposely getting that more into the viewer's attention, if you like. And then you have that dark shadow, dark line there. But again, that's a complementary shadow, complement. Don't want to give too much info there and too many dark lines. Okay, let's get some darks here now. It's the time to work on the actual muscles. This muscle connects with the tendon, this one here. Now we have another little, well, it's not little, but it's just barely seen here on the image. And then you have that a middle tone here, which is actually connected to this point here, which is very, very close to, it's a muscle, but it's close to the kneecap. Then you have that big muscle here, which is I don't know the name of the muscle, but it's connected with the thigh. It's definitely connected. And then there is a movement of the muscle this way, a vertical line almost. Well, actually, this is vertical, definitely. And then that muscle moves down to almost to the kneecap there. I would make it a little bit less bright, this one, because it's not facing the light. Now this is a middle tone. Now this is the calf here, but the calf I'll make it a little bit more, well, I will make that line a little bit more precise here. Calf itself, and this is where the two kneecaps separated from itself. Again, as I said, so that you have the left leg and the right leg, but as I said, I'll give more attention to the right leg, and then I'll keep that left leg just as a supporting leg, but it's not the main focus on this one. Probably our calf goes a little bit more here. Yes, it does. It's a bit more calf on that side, on the left leg. Now you have the tendon here, which is quite straight and dark and sharp edge line. Then you have the ankle bone. Then a little bit of a shadow here, as in middle tone, and it stops here. And then you have that muscle which is bulging a little bit there, and then, as I said, a little bit of middle tone here. And the lightest light, it's there, actually it's there, one here and another one there. So you have a reflected light. Actually the direct light comes from the left, and the right you have another projector projecting light from there. And those muscles, they connect to the kneecap, obviously. And the kneecap, it's a little bit more, it's a softer line. It's not that angular. And deliberately I'm softening this because I don't want that line to be too intense. And I will concentrate my lines, not myself, my lines on the right hand side, and then a little bit more of a middle tone here. And then you have that muscle which goes there, where it moves back to the main muscle. Both muscles meet somewhere here, and then you have that one here. And then you have this big muscle here, which is basically, it's like you have one mini muscle, you have another muscle which is connected to the calf, and then you have reflected light here, right there. Now, that needs to go a little bit darker. I'll keep that light. I'll soften this a little bit more. I will not touch this because I want that as light as possible. Then you have a little bit darker here, softer dark here, and more tendon down right there. So it's quite dark here, very, very dark, because you have the brightest light connected with the darkest line. It's very strange. I mean, it's a beautiful combination, but it's very sharp. And then you have the heel, and then, as I said earlier on, you have a little bit of a reflected light here, which connects or makes the foot, creates the foot, and then you have some, I will give and merge those toes with the actual shadow here. Make a shadow which connects, and you see, so as the light comes from the left, you have the shadows going to the right. And not to remember, not to confuse that this heel, it's of the right foot and not of the left foot. Left foot's heel, we cannot see it. It's just behind this leg. So not to confuse that the toes are here. Or I can make them a little bit, basically just merge them with the background if it gets you confused. So don't confuse this foot, left foot, with the right foot. So these are the toes of the left leg, not foot, leg, sorry. And a little bit more of a calf, as I said here. So that keeps the weight. So that's the left leg keeps the weight of the entire body. So he's there on the left leg, and then you have all this body weight is kept on the left leg. And then, as I said, a little bit those muscles, they need to be merged with each other here. There. And Milo. Sorry, that's Milo. It's not me. It's not Ruth, it's Milo. Okay, now we'll keep that highlight here, which is on the thigh. Highlight on the thigh. Highlight on the kneecap. Highlight or reflected light on the on the shin here and highlight on the actual calf here. And then keep that light like a V shape between the two muscles, major calf muscles here, 1 and 2. Okay, we are approaching the end in the sense that everything is there. Now that muscle. Okay, so let's get this. No, that's Milo. That's Milo. He's cleaning his plate again. And you have the foot itself. Let's work a little bit more on the foot and that we're done. So these are the toes, and the size of the foot does matter because he looks like a tall person, so the foot also needs to be reflecting the size of the person that we are drawing actually. Now here we have a little bit of a darker shadow here of this muscle. Then here, I said that's the bulge here, which is a little bit, this muscle comes a little bit bulgy here. There. And a little bit more of a line here, or a darker line here. There. Okay, so that separates the right foot from the left foot a little bit more. And then, as I said, I'll keep that hidden here in the sense that I will not give too much attention to the left foot. Give it a little bit, not sharp lines, but blurry lines. Just blend the lines so they're not actually taking too much attention from the viewer. And then we said that these toes here, they are, I don't want to be too descriptive, but I can give some attention to these, and you as well. You have the big toe, and then they come 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here, and give that darker shadow to the last toe, and a little bit of a tension here. Tension as in the tendons of the foot itself, and then you have that dark line. Again, it's part of the shadow of the foot. There. And I think it's not a straight line, this one that I've done here. It's a bit more of a bended line, and also it's not a very sharp light, because the sharpest light is here. It's here on this muscle. Then you have that V shape on the calf, and then the sharpest edge of light is here, there. And to be honest, I don't want to keep that too bright, so I'll lose that and then merge it with the background here. And then just highlight this corner here, which is the heel. The rest could go like that, could go be a little bit less or more blurred, a lot more blurred. And keep those muscles. I don't think we need to emphasize too many muscles here, but the major ones, this one, which is the bulge of this, I don't know the name of the muscle, sorry for the, because that's anatomy basically, but there, it's that muscle which connects the kneecap. Then you have the reflected, that's a reflected light, as I said earlier on. And then you have some from muscles here, and then that line could be a little bit softer there. And let's re-emphasize the top thigh muscle in the thigh, on the thigh there, and some straight, or emphasize this line. Another line here of the kneecap. There. Maybe I've gone a bit too far out, a little bit back here, there. Okay, I think it's there. So as I said, that's a auxiliary leg. It's helping. It's all the body mass is being held by this left leg, and we've got the right leg, which is holding the body and the equilibrium of the body. And then you have that muscle which is connected there, and the calf itself, which is here, and then that is a dark shadow, and then reveals the right leg there. Okay, I think I need to soften this a little bit more, but I can go and give it a general dark tone like this. There. Give it a general dark tone. This is the most emphasis, the most important, well, not the most important, but the most visible muscle is this one here, calf. That needs to be emphasized a little bit more. And then this leg there. Again, I'm trying to be a little bit as precise as possible here. And then get that secondary muscle, which looks like the calf itself, but it's not. There. Emphasis on that as well. And the tendon, as I said earlier on, which starts from here and ends up here, and it's part of that, of the foot itself here. Toe, small one, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. And let's do a little bit of a line to separate the toes, a very, very soft line, and then the shadow. Okay, shadow of toes there. All right, okay. Well, I'll see you on the next one. Hasta luego. What's the date today? The date is... What's the date? Okay. Anyway, it's the 26. 10th, yes. 24. Hasta la próxima.